think Mrs. Freeman requested that. Motion to open the floor. The floor is open to the public. Would anybody like to address the governing body from the public body? Please come forward and identify yourself.
Yes, I live in 19 Mile Road, Drive. 11th in Congress. This is great. There's a lot of sand there. It's been there for a long time. I'm surprised 11th in Congress.
On the bench?
Yes, on the bench.
No, I don't do that.
I don't know.
If I bring it up to people, then it's like it's favoritism from me. I don't know.
Okay.
So I appreciate you bringing it out, but if somebody cleans up in front of my house, even though it's a danger intersection,
Not in front of your house, across the street.
you know what I mean? Then it's like,
It's a lot of sand, and it's coming from the first person's house on the road.
You saying Sam?
Sand.
yes,
A lot of sand.
You know the address?
11th in Congress.
yeah, it's so much weird. You'll see it.
It's right on the bend where 11th Avenue joins Congress, and it's very dangerous when you make, I'm not saying turn or right hand turn.
Kirk can refer over to John Whitmore.
Okay.
I think the public works sector. Thank you. I don't know, because of what you said, it seems coming from another process.
It's coming from every time it rains, it comes down the street. And then some sand comes all the way around the park.
The guy in the corner put the sidewalk in there.
Pardon?
The guy in the corner put that sidewalk in there. He did all that.
Well,
No,
that's
that's not the problem.
No, that's not the problem.
I'm sorry.
It's the house.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Congress and
We're going to CC Public Works.
Public Works will probably. All right, thank you.
Thank you. John, you want to come up?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. So telephone, I was going to speak to that regarding personal email addresses and usage of them regarding our circular. My question is, in your resolution, your policy, do you have anything in there about the Open Public Meetings Act and making sure you're using emails and not violating the Open Public Meetings Act? Yes. As that's come out recently during county court, as well as the prosecutor's office. And the only time that's on time last week is and question that. Just wanted to make sure it's in. My next question, along with emails, so Martin, do you use the same Borough email address for Contact and Fire District?
I understand I do not have it.
Because are you intending to use the email address for Contact Fire District?
Until the fire district gets is compliant, yeah.
So that's my next question. All these services I received an email from Deputy Borough Clerk, Tricia Hendricks, dated subject Fire District, Mrs. Hassett. She was emailing me on behalf of Mr. Warrington, who's the chairman of the Fire District, and also a councilman. Because she was doing work for the Fire District. Was the borough compensated for her time spent doing Fire District business?
We have what they call a shared service agreement with the fire district where we share different services without billing each other. It's an unspecified item. I can address that, however, because there was an emergency at the fire district, and if there was a letter at the fire district where someone requested to be notified should certain information be discussed, I thought as a courtesy, since I don't carry around everybody's email address, I would ask the clerk to answer.
There's a copy of the shared service agreement in your minutes for this year that you made in one file in the clerk's office.
So what answer to that?
I think it just always existed.
It has always existed.
But it's going to use going more live. You pick up the phone and call them from help. They pick up the phone and call.
It's
we have not listed it specifically with the state as a shared service agreement. Kind of mutually.
Finally, and some of you may be aware, if not, last month I filed an ethics complaint against Councilman Warrington and Council President Green, who are both members of the Board of Fire Commissioners in Pine Hill Local Government Finance Board, for what I believe is having an incompatibility in office and violating, or possibly, their offices could be possibly violating certain sections of local government ethics laws under 48.9.2.5. Going through fire district laws, 48, called 1488 compensation for members of the Board of Fire Commissioners. State Secretary and Treasurer shall be members of the board and their appointment shall be for terms of 1 year. Each member of the Board of Fire Commissioners shall receive his compensation such amount as the board subject to review by the governing body, where the district is located. Under 48:14-91, dissolution of the fire district, upon written application, at least 5% of the registered voters or 20 of voters whichever is greater, the governing body of the municipality where the fire district is located shall consider the dissolution of the fire district. Goes on with it. Under 48:14-78.5, affirmative vote by the majority of legal voters for final adoption on the budget. The annual fire district election in question of finally adopting the budget is voted negatively upon the majority of legal voters cast. The governing body of the municipality in which the fire district is located shall have a resolution with full members within 30 days of the annual election and after a public hearing, sets the budget. Finally, in 48:14-70, fire district designation procedure election of commissioners, and the way commission is started, the creation under the 5% of one voter, whichever is greater, the governing body shall create fire districts. Create multiple fire districts. Having that said, there are obviously instances where the governing body decides fire district business. Is it, in your opinion, a conflict of interest for these two members? Especially your council president, head council, head of governing body, probably the most powerful position in this form of government, as well as the public safety director, to sit on that commission when you can't serve the school board and be on the governing body. Fire district set up in a very similar way.
Mr. Mayor, that's 5 minutes.
I want to respond very briefly to that, John, in my opinion. You filed an ethics complaint against the gentleman, so it's not for this board to decide any further. I mean, what we say at this point doesn't make any difference. We'll wait and see what happens with the ethics complaint. Thank you, John. Anyone else wish to come forward?
And I have a question regarding the detention pond. Charlotte Green, Daniel.
How much is that?
Charlotte Green. My name is W-O-E, F-L-E-R. Thank you. The detention pond at the corner of 12th Avenue and Daniel, completely overgrown. I've had the Camden County Commission out there about monthly to attempt to treat it because we couldn't even go outside this year without getting tobacco by mosquitoes. And what they had informed us was that they had inspected all the properties on Daniel and left little notations for people that had standing water, et cetera. But what they had said was they could not treat the retention pond because the gate was locked and they did not have access to it. I have pictures of the retention pond. It is no longer being maintained. It used to be that it was cut within the gate at the pond. It was cleaned out. You can't even see the concrete inlets that are in there. For lack of a better word, I don't know what the term is, the drainage system in there. Standing water, ducks, trash, all manner. It's like a little nature park, which is fine, but it needs to be treated with mosquitoes. I have the pictures here. We're overrun with them.
You're welcome to bring it forward.
Just come through. Aren't the retention ponds on a schedule to be just cut?
That's what I was just saying.
It's cut outside of the tent.
No, inside the structure, yeah, inside the structure. I love the park.
I haven't sent some of this emails to, doesn't count, but I don't know.
Along the same lines, the storm drain along Yale Avenue from Goodwood Park. Goodwood Park, the residents have gone out and actually, with all of the storms that we've had in August, we've had to go out and literally shovel them off, because the water is just coming up driveways, I don't know. Is there any way that I can find guidelines for the chipper? I understand that we have a chipper, and the only way that I knew that was because the neighbor had said, oh, it's a shame that now all your branches and trees out yesterday, because the chipper came around this morning, I said they've been here for 2 days, and they were there for 2 weeks.
My recommendation is when you have something to call public works and let them know that it's on the schedule, because they don't routinely take that trip around and drive around town.
Yeah,
But if you call public works, it's on the schedule.
do they
Now,
have a guideline for signs and posting?
If they're very small and fit into a trash container, that's what should be done with. If it's larger than that, then you can put them out and call public works.
They like them bigger, but they like them bigger and shorter, because it's easier to get.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I had 3 trash cans full, but there were several large branches that had come down, and they were there for.
I think that's what we
I think somebody finally took them for firewood, but, I don't know.
You were at the meeting waste management, how was that like?
Yeah, basically, if you can, the smaller things, you can bundle up, fit in the trash can, throw it out and pick that up. The larger things, bring them out to the curb, notify public works. They do ride around looking for these things, but by chance, they make sure file, just come up call them, but we'll know. All right?
Thank
The
you.
longer the better.
Okay,
Everything
thank you.
Thank you. Do you want these pictures back? Thank you. Let's leave the name of the public works.
Next up.
Did you want to come up?
Yes. I also live on,
Yes, your name and address.
Diane Shore. Well, I'm on the back. I am looking for, watch children's home on my street on the Park. Is that possible?
Why children play, just precautions. Yeah, can you bring it over to the chief,
The process is for the police chief to take a look, make sure that there is a objective, valid reason for it.
Someone on Daniels in particular, or?
Just the whole street, maybe it's speed limit.
We can, if there's a problem with that too, we can, they usually do like a survey thing. I don't know if you saw it was on 11th Avenue for a while. Where they put a sign up and advertise the speed limit, and there's a couple of wires, they do a survey, to tell people how basically we're going through the real issue with that, and if there is, then they, step up and force to take other steps as well. So, we have to,
Council Martin, the public safety director, help me.
I also have one question. I have an easement between my property and the street. It's like a bunch of trees out in the back. It's on, come down the street now, it's all back.
Oh, is that, you want to go back up against that did that,
Is that my responsibility for that?
If you own real estate, yes, the holder of the easement has the obligation to do what has to be done at the property in order to exercise the easement. You know what the easement is for? Okay. How long have you owned the property? Okay, so you don't have title documents, okay. I mean, that's really what it boils down to. If it's feel like a utility easement, where the borough can run pipes under the ground, the borough's got no obligation to do anything on the surface. If it's an access easement, then the borough would have the obligation to, if it's used, to keep the ground clear of debris, so access can be achieved. So, I'm not sure what's back there.
Did you ever see vehicles accessing on that road? Never?
directly cut through from the other street, and that's more or less a continuation of 12th Avenue.
It's actually a dead end on this one.
Right. And I mean, if they wanted to, they could cut that through.
Actually, to my knowledge, it's not enough room.
Okay. Likely, it's the property owner's obligation to keep it clean. I mean, if you want to look around and see if you can find any documents as to exactly what type of easement it is. If it shows up on the tax map, those are usually utility easements to run a pipe or something. You know, and then you've got the responsibility for the grant service.
Thank you very much. Anyone else from the public? Come on, sir.
Good evening, gentlemen. My name is Stan, and I own a business on Michael Road for 46 years in a Triangle Plaza. I have a problem with one of my tenant neighbors. The plaza has been rented to one of the hair salons, maybe one from across the street, and another one called Phenomenal, and I have a reputation with a lot of fighting and stuff like that, but we got moved up and back into our plaza. And the problem that we are facing is, it's a small six-store property. I don't own property, I run a lot of business, but this hair salon draws so much traffic that it takes away all the parking spaces and doesn't leave any parking spaces for us. Now, with the landlord's approval, we decided to put the signs, I didn't have signs in front of my store, but it's the metro parking, to have parking for my, two parking spots for my customers. And I've been constantly being dragged with the tenants and their customers, and that this is not legal, and that, you know, they're constantly, and they didn't park the car. I've been here for 9 years, and my business in the last 2 years has cut down like 50%, just because of them moving in. My question to you is, I understand it's a private property, apart from being a landlord and a tenant issue, is there an ordinance in the, Borough of Triangle that regulates the type of business being allowed to establish in a place where it's a small property? This car, they have 12 employees. There are 24 cars, parking spaces. They take up all the parking spaces, they park parallel, they park behind the building, they park in the driveway, they park up, anywhere they want. And then now it's coming to a point, it's really causing a lot of nuisance for us. There's a lot of social gathering, illegal activities being done. I called the minor police, and I was doing and I was told to talk to those detective shows regarding that. And before coming there, I talked to the officer, and I gave him my information and what kind of illegal activities been going on. I didn't mention that. Now, there's another issue here also, since the plaza is so small, the landlord, there's a property in the back of the building, I don't know if it's a government property or private property, but nobody, it's just wooded area. The landlord, while there was a major construction going on the back of the road a year and a half ago, they used a contractor to shovel up some of the things, and they used up somebody else's property. So they can create more parking. It's an illegal parking being on there, and that's why the employees parking in the back. So I really am hopeless. I don't know what else to do.
I think the first thing is to probably have your code enforcement officer go out and take a look at it. Secondly, there is not, that I'm aware of, a local ordinance that deals with a parking issue like this. There is, however, a state statute, which if you post the right sign with the owner's consent, would give you control of the parking area and who parks there. And I do recall that there's got to be a specific citation on that sign to the particular statutory provision. Is the trouble, or the place causing trouble also in the same shopping center?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, look, this is going to really boil down to your landlord doing something about it. Because right now what's going on is that you are not getting what's called quiet enjoyment of the property, which you're entitled to under your lease. And as a result, that may be reason enough for you to stop paying rent until the problem gets solved. So the landlord is the one who has the real interest in doing this. And the landlord is the one that's got to put the signs up. The landlord is the one that's really got to enforce that. You know, my suggestion would be, you know, have Frank Park if you're landlord. If that doesn't work, probably talk to the lawyer. I think, you know, this sounds like a private dispute, and the municipality really doesn't have the tools to deal with it.
Right, see, I knew that before coming to the concern is like, the way they are controlling the parking, not only in the parking spaces, but the parking parallel and stuff like that. I'm also trying to seek some help with the council to see if there's something I can talk to.
The code officer is going to go out.
Yeah,
We're going to take a look at everything.
We'll have to go with our code instruction and go through some walks, now take a look.
Okay.
Alright, and what I would suggest is you follow up at the police station. You don't have to come to a public meeting and tell, you know, put your expose yourself if there's something going on that shouldn't be going on. We appreciate that you're sharing that information. Go to the police station, talk to the detectives, let them know what's going on.
Okay.
Follow up with that, and, you know, so you don't put yourself in jeopardy.
I understand. This is the first time I didn't even know what to expect.
No, we don't want that anyway. You know, we appreciate it.
John has mentioned about the statute of now, the regular time. Where can I get this?
It's in Title 39 of the New Jersey statutes. I don't remember the specific, but it's parking controls on private property, I think is what it's called. So if you search out Title 39, and, you know, I think it's somewhere in Chapter 4, but I'm not sure.
Stop over to one sergeant, sorry.
Don't.
Stop over to the police station, call the one sergeant to the detective. Ask them the question that you asked about the parking sign, and if there is a specific wording that you need to know what it is. I'm sure.
They will not be open right now, right?
No, it's already there.
Thank you, John.
Excuse me, we do need your address.
Yes, it's 1118, Black Clement Road.
1118?
My store number is 1118, but the physical address for the property is 1120.
And I also need your last name.
S-A-N-G-H-A, V like Victor, I, Sanhavi.
S-A, can you get the lower sign?
That's S like Sam, A-N-G-H-A, V like Victor, I.
Okay.
Sanhavi.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anyone else from the public?
I don't know if it's in-house or out-of-house, safety officer, if they're parking possibly parallel, and not in the parking spot, you have out there during the fire with access for the fire trucks. I don't know if that's in-house here, that's over the fire district. But it might be something too, I don't know exactly if I want to take a look at that, or is it actually something with the fire commissioner, in the town that they're having issues with that. I don't know if the township knows what they do, but just wanted to say that. Others, the minutes for gone through, what they're, obviously, what they don't know the exact dates. If they're typed up, would it be appropriate to read the minutes in full into the record, if anyone has any changes?
So you're appropriate to what?
As in, I'm assuming the minutes are typed up and there's a copy of them.
Some of them are.
No.
Like I mentioned, you do the illness and problem with the machine.
Okay, I'll go back to my last question. That I asked last time. Do you think that ability of office there?
Mr. Mayor, the question was as to the incompatibility of office, and I assume it's talking about, council members being on the fire district.
You refer to the fire district thing?
Yeah.
As you said, John, you filed a complaint.
Okay, that's,
Just wait and see what the complaint says.
legal there.
If we thought it was an error, or they thought it was an error, we would not have done it. Thank you. Anyone else? Motion to close the floor to the public.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Resolution 2001-24 will be a resolution going to closed session for matters of litigation and personnel. I would estimate the approximate time between 30 and 45 minutes. We have a motion?
Point of order, Mr. Mayor. On the Open Public Meetings Act, needs to be more specific.
Yeah, we'll come back to that.
We may come back.
Yeah, but that's, we'll come back to that.
Point of order?
I can't hear you.
Point of order, Mayor. You got to be more specific than just personnel or litigation. What's the specific litigation?
He's raising a point of order, and he doesn't have to stand for this.
Motion on the close.
You're violating my Open Public Meeting Act rights?
Yeah.
I have a motion.
Yeah, we have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion goes to closed session.
So you're going to violate my Open Public Meetings Act rights?
Engineer. Well, we haven't done anything, Council. Why don't you give us your report? Okay. Go ahead.
This Thursday, September 15th on Borough Avenue in Madison, and the award at Madison tonight, and Borough, the award will be put off for a month until the ordinances.
Yeah, I still think we did on both.
Yes, they did.
We did?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we awarded the American National.
Yes.
At the same time?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Can we hold that motion to go into closed session, and we'll take our council reports first? Yes?
Just, on that, Fox Lunch Affair, October 5th, you must be 60 years old, you must, sign your date of birth on that, form, the application. So anyone under 60, is not eligible.
That hurt a little bit, doesn't it?
I'm right on the board here.
I would say,
That's a good point. Anything else?
That's all I have.
Councilwoman?
Most of my report, you've seen the results with the number of elections for the properties for the Pine Hill. Those that were unable to attend tonight, we were only contacted by one that will be unable to be here. I will gather up these last statistics and deliver them myself to the homeowners of record to make sure that they receive in a timely manner. That's it for now.
Anything else? Anything else? Thank you. Council President?
Nothing this evening, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Councilman Warrington?
just we're moving forward a little bit with the meeting, hopefully next month we'll have that.
Thank you. I know you've done a lot of work into that, and I commend you on that. I think all of council should be grateful, and I'm sure we all are. Tom?
Nothing.
Councilman Stoll?
Nothing this time, Mayor.
Thank you. Okay, then we'll move, have you had anything? I asked you twice tonight, so next week. Okay, then we'll move on to motion to go into closed session. Would everybody please hold on to the minutes that they do have? These particular minutes will not be distributed again.